guys, Viking Princess here, or Tina if you will. We are back another week with a brand new video. This week I decided we change things up a little bit and go back to talking about some actual exercise and movements that you can do as a gamer or someone who sits a lot during their day to feel better. So first of all, I want to let you know, don't be scared of the word exercise. This video is definitely not anything that is going to make you sweaty and is not an exercise routine in the way you might think. The movements I am going to show you is aimed at helping you feel better if you're sitting for long periods of time. So when we are sitting a lot, there is certain things that tend to happen. Definitely the forward slanting posture, like your shoulders coming forward just like this. Your lower back might start aching, your hip flexors get tight. And there's a couple of things that you can do to help counteract that. For a lot of people, the go-to move when you're starting to feel that upper body, like shoulder and upper back pain, is to start stretching and reaching, when that is actually the complete opposite of what you need to do. And the reason for that is that when you're sitting forward on a computer or a desk all day and your shoulder starts coming forward, the muscles in your chest starts tightening. And when they tighten, they bring your shoulders forward and forward. And as that happening, you're actually lengthening your back muscles, which is causing a lot of stress and back pain. So if you're coming over and you're stretching your back, even though it might feel good in that moment, you're actually making it worse in the long run. The same thing goes with things like in your hip flexors, your glutes, your core, lower back. So what I'm going to show you in this video is just a couple of exercises that you can do less than 5 minutes a day that will help open up the chest, strengthen your back and your core, as well as loosen your hip flexors and activating your glutes, which of course gets stretched when we are sitting in our chair. So with that, let's just dive to it. Okay, the first exercise I would like to show you is one of my favorite. It is called a dead bug. So lay down on your back, lift both your legs to 45-degree angle and arms straight up in the air and just hold it. I want you to focus on your lower back touching the floor at all times. Pull your belly button in, pushing your lower back to the ground. You can advance this by extending your arm and leg on opposite sides. Only do this if you're able to keep your lower back touching the ground at all times. From here, our next exercise is our glute bridge. So bring your heels close to your glutes and lift your hip to the sky, squeezing your glutes and activating in the behind. Make sure your abs are still active. To take this to the next level, you can alternate your legs, lifting them up in the bent or straight position. And if that's still too easy for you, our next variation is just staying on one side doing pulses. Do between 12 and 20 on each leg if you can. Our next exercise is great for your core and back. Make sure that your arms are right underneath your shoulders and your knees underneath your hip and your core is activated. Alternating your leg and arm to opposite sides as you lift it up and reach out, making sure your hip is not moving. If you want to make this a little bit more complicated, you can lift and then rotate your arm and leg out to a 45-degree angle. Going into back extensions, laying down on your stomach, reach your legs out straight and point your toes, and then lift your upper body as high up as you can. Make sure that you hold it for a little bit, about a second on the top, before lowering down with control. Your legs stay on the floor at all times. If you want a little extra, lift, reach your arms overhead, bring them back to your side, and then lower. Our next exercise is your normal plank. We are going to be doing this from our elbows, so keep your elbows underneath your shoulders and your hands at elbow width apart. Level 1 is from your knees, or you can go all the way up on your toes. Our goal is to hold it for at least 30 seconds. If you can hold a plank for more than 1 minute, you should look at variations to add a bit more complexity. Our last strengthening exercise is for your lower back and core,
as well as stretching of the hamstrings. Making sure your core is engaged, slowly hinge over, sliding your hands down your legs until right beneath your kneecap, if you can. If that is too tight, then stop wherever it feels comfortable for you. Hold the stretch, lifting your belly button in towards your spine, and then slowly come back up again. If this is easy and you want a little bit more of a challenge, you can do a deadlift. Using any weight that you have around the house, even if it's just a soup can or a book, stand with your feet a hip width apart and then do the same thing. Slowly come down to about your knees and then come back up again, making sure that your belly button is tucked in towards your spine the whole time and that your movements are nice and controlled. Moving into our stretches, the first one I would like to take you through is a child's pose. Sitting with your toes together, knees out wide, sit back and lean forward, your arms over your head. While you're here, we want to stretch our chest. So push your hands into the ground and try and push your armpits down as well. You should feel a nice opening in your arms and across the chest area. Our next exercise is our frog. So setting up your knees nice and wide, your ankles are right behind your knee, and make sure that you are flexing your foot. Coming down to the elbow and then sliding back. You should feel that nice stretch in the groin area immediately. Hold here for at least 20 to 30 seconds. When you come out of this exercise, make sure to slide forward to prevent any stretching and injury. Our next exercise is also for your hips and glute area. Crossing your legs in a seated position, point your knees forward as best as you can. Then take your one leg and put it on top of the thigh of the other, making sure to avoid the knee joint. Flex your feet as best as you can to avoid any strain on your knees. As you can see, I am pretty tight here. My knee's not going down at all. Just a slight hinge forward and I can feel a really nice deep stretch. Of course, you want to make sure to do this on both sides. And yes, one side being more tight than the other is completely normal. Keep your back nice and straight, slightly hinge, and feel a light pressure on that stretch. Try again to hold for about 20 to 30 seconds each side. The next pose is our pigeon pose. This can be done at multiple levels. Level 1 being putting your legs into 90-90 position and stretching out, feeling it through your glute and thighs. If you want to go a little deeper, you can straighten out your back leg, feeling the stretch in your glutes. From here, we also have the option of adding a quad stretch. I'm using a band. You can use a rope or a belt, but wrapping it around your foot if you're not able to reach it with your hands, and then tucking the leg in while pushing the hips down towards the ground gives a great stretch in the quad. Also, make sure to do this on both sides. All right, we're going to continue with the band. The band is one of my favorite tools when stretching, by the way. And laying down on your back, wrap the band around one leg, around the balls of your feet, straightening out the other leg flat to the ground. Get a good grip onto the band and pull the leg towards you, pulling the toes towards your face, getting a nice stretch on the back. While you're here, just try and relax everything in your body. Take deep breaths. The next step in the same stretch is to open your leg out to the side. Go straight out to the side as best as you can, but don't be afraid to loosen up on the rope to give your leg a little bit more room to move as it moves down towards the floor. Coming back on the other side, grab the rope in your opposite leg and then pull the leg across your body, getting a nice stretch in your IT band. Again, deep breaths and just try and relax everything in your body while you're laying here. This is really like my favorite stretches. It feels so good. Once you're done, just slowly lower the leg down, and right away you should be able to feel a difference on your two hips. The final stretch today is on your chest again. This one is really nice and relaxing, but this does require some patience. So laying on your back with your arms down by your side, palms facing the ceiling, slowly move your arms up next to your side. As soon as you feel any tension or change in your chest area, stop, relax, and breathe. If the muscle starts relaxing, you can continue moving the arms up to small distances at a time. Again, feeling for any change in tension. You may not be able to get your arms up very far the first couple of times, but that's completely normal. Just give your body time to adjust and to get used to this movement. It will really help opening up your chest, putting your body into the position that it is meant to be.
Okay guys, so there you see it. It is just super simple and only about 5 minutes a day that will really help make a difference in how your body feels, how comfortable you are sitting at your desk, and ultimately also blood flow through things like your arm and your legs, which can definitely help in gaming performance. So if you are someone who isn't necessarily active or heading to the gym every day, I definitely ask you to check out these exercises, give them a try. Let me know in the comments how you feel about them. Is it too difficult? Did it feel better? Did it feel worse? I definitely want to hear about your struggles as well as your victories so that I can continue giving content that is suitable for you. And of course, if you have any questions about any of the exercises, don't be shy, ask in the comments or get in touch with me on our Discord. Link is in the description, or just stop by our Twitch stream. I stream on Twitch Monday to Friday from 2 to 7 p.m. Eastern, and I am more than happy to talk about health and wellness every single stream. So just pop in and ask, and we can chat. That would be really fun, actually. I would love for you to do that. In the meantime, I hope you enjoy it. I hope it makes a difference in your life. Like this video. If you did like it, just like it. Just like the video. Yeah. If you're still here, just like this video. And of course, hit that subscribe and the notification button so that you get notified for any new video. I got a really cool one coming out Wednesday next week. Can't wait to share. Mwah. Thanks for being here.